maybe you struggle with dancing in social settings, but you don't want to learn on your own. You would rather follow a proven system that already helped thousands of adults, men and women, to learn how to dance successfully in a short amount of time. Stay tuned till the end of this video. I will explain how you can apply to work with me inside my online program. If you're excited to dive in, subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, and stay tuned for more videos, because if you want to get better at dancing social settings, this is the place to be. All right, so our first movement, we're going to use plenty of isolations for this one. If you don't know what isolations are, or if you'd like to get better at moving your chest and your hips, I did tutorials on both. I'm going to include the links below this video so you can check it out. But we're going to start with the chest. You're going to push the chest out diagonally, belly goes in, so you want to stay in that position, and then bring the chest around until you face the other corner, and then relax it at the end. The idea is that it is one smooth motion. That's not easy, by the way, so it might take a little bit of practicing, but we're taking the chest around. You just do it once. After that, after we go around once, you're going to then rotate the hips. And I want to see a full circle with the hips, okay? The hip isolation might be easier. You basically will start, let me see, you'll start on the right side, you push the hip to the right, bring it around, full circle. We're just doing one. You can pick the direction that you prefer, whichever is easier for you. Let's try that again with the chest. We have half circle, relax the chest, then you start the hips. 1, 2, 1, 2. Again, around, drop, around, stop. And once you know how to do those two movements separately, you can practice the chest separately, you can practice the hips separately. We're going to connect them. So I want to see one kind of being blended in with the other one. Chest being able to go straight into the hip roll. It looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have chest and hips, and chest and hips. How do we connect this? Is like that, as follows. As you're relaxing the chest, you're going to bring the body slightly down, because if the legs are straight, it will be impossible to rotate the hips. So I want the chest to relax, change level just a little bit, and then you're good to go with the hip roll. As you're approaching the end of the hip roll, you're going to stand up so you can start the chest again. I know, not the most basic move, but it looks good. For our next movement, we're going to walk a little bit. What I want you to start with is, first you're going to place one foot forward, push the opposite hip up a little bit. That's the hip that stays back, right? It stays behind, and then switch, right? So now again, we have one foot in front, one foot in the back, and the hip in the back is coming up, right? So you see that shift. I'm not standing straight, the hips are shifted. Let's try that again. We have walk, walk. You can do it with very small steps. I don't want you to travel far. On the dance floor, you might not have that much room. So let's just take tiny, tiny micro steps. Let's do 1, 2, 2 more, 3, 4. That's not the actual movement. We're going to change the hips a little bit to make it a little bit more challenging. The hip that stays behind, you're actually going to roll with it. So it looks like this. One foot forward, the hip that you were pushing up now goes up and around to the back. So the direction is always to the side and then going to the back. Look again, around, and then you switch feet. Step and roll, step, roll. Let's try one more time. Remember small steps. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so you just want to keep that motion going. Essentially what you're doing here, it is the figure 8, right? So the figure 8, the famous figure 8 looks like this. We're just doing it with the steps forward. And again, if you want to practice figure 8, I have tutorials on that. I'm going to link them below as well. When you actually are using this movement on the dance floor, you can go forward just maybe a little bit, and then to back up, you can do any other step, because this one will be very difficult to go back with, but you can go, let's say, forward, forward 2 times, and then whatever else going to the back. Last step that looks good even without heels. We're going to step forward. We'll start with footwork. You're just going to touch the foot to the floor in front of you, just a little tap. But then, instead of what we usually would add, which is hips, we're going to add the chest again. So every single time the foot touches in the front, you're going to push the chest forward and then go back to neutral, relaxed position when the feet are together. So it goes out, together, again, out, together. If it's easier, you can step a little bit at an angle, that's fine. It will make you twist the body a little bit, and the chest expansion will look like it's a bigger movement than if you do it straight forward. So you can see which version you prefer. This is forward, same exact movement, and this is when I go at an angle. I think I like this version better, so I'll just keep this one. We have step and chest together, step and chest. What this movement does is, by adding the chest, you're making the upper body look a little bit smoother, meaning it kind of looks like I'm starting the body roll, just the upper body, right? So it's not a sharp movement. I don't want you to pump the chest. It's not this, but it's almost like half the roll. It's very, very slow motion, we can say. Slowly out, relax, slow. Out, relax, and notice my arms. They're just kind of doing their own thing, but they're also nice and loose. Okay?
Feeling I'm barely getting by. So I get a little drunk and I text you, baby, wondering if you're home, 'cause I need someone right now. And I'm a little numb from the love you gave me. I've been sleeping alone. Just let me hold you tight until we fade away, yeah, fade away. Oh, just let me love you like we'll never fade away, yeah, fade away. Oh, just let me hold you. I've been hanging by the phone, waiting for you to call me, 'cause you never call me back. Guess you don't feel the same way I've been feeling about you, babe, but I don't want for you to leave. So I get a little drunk and I text you, baby, wondering if you're home, 'cause I need someone right now. And I'm a little numb from the love you gave me. I've been sleeping alone, can't get you off my mind. Just let me hold you tight until we fade away, yeah, fade away. Oh, just let me love you like we'll never fade away, yeah, fade away. Oh, just let me hold you.
If you struggle with dancing in social settings and you'd like to build permanent dance skills plus the confidence to be able to dance in front of others, I can help. In my online dance program, I already helped thousands of adults, men and women, go from avoiding the dance floor to thriving when it comes to dancing at parties, weddings, or just in the club. So if you're interested, you can set up a free consultation with me, and you'll find the link below this video.
I've lost you, but I need you, and you're off my radar now.